Hey guys, how we doing today? We are going to take my 04 GSXR 600. Has a full Yoshi on it. Pretty loud, but we can always make it louder. Today we are going to throw on a 2006 GSXR 1000 titanium exhaust with a Shorty Voodoo slip-on system. For that, it is going to reduce my weight by, I believe, about 20 pounds. I'll check that for you guys after. But we will start with a before video of how it sounds. Alright, so first step is going to be remove all your fairings. At least the front one's going to be bolt down there, bolt up here. Then we got a couple bolts in the front, along with plastic ones in here that you have to remove this front fairing. These are unnecessary, you don't need to do those. Then again, this side's going to be these, this one, that one, and then your usual ones underneath here, back here, and back there. Make sure your bike's on stance. It's gonna make this process a much easier process. So I'm gonna get that going for you guys. I'm gonna do a time lapse on that one. I'll get back with you after I do that. Alright, so now I have all the fairings off. We got a couple different star screwdrivers that I use, and then this is going to help with these plastic pieces. They work, pull this little one out, and then once you push it in, it pushes that in. I have these little aluminum things. Took a little while. I had easy out this one. They're cheaper, but they still look really good. Now the exhaust is exposed. You got your oil filter, and then they actually require you to unbolt the bottom of the radiator so that you could push it away from the exhaust to drop this whole exhaust down and out, because we need to get up in here and unbolt these on each individual exhaust. So that is what we're going to do next. Alright guys, so we just finished the harder part. Got the full exhaust off. As you can tell, right here, that is the bolt that I undid. There is a hanger that's going to be right here. And then now, all of your holes are visible. Make sure you're checking your screws as you're taking them out. Make sure they're not misthreaded. Make sure the heads are good. If so, you could reuse them. But then actually what's more important is in here, there's a gasket that we need to get out and we need to flip, because this has been tightened down so it's not a flat surface anymore. This gasket, you flip it around, it's a new flat surface. If you don't do this, you'll most likely have gas leaks or exhaust leaks. So make sure we do this. I'm gonna show you it right now. Alright guys, so as I was saying, take a look at this one. So this is the side that it was mounted on and the exhaust was going into. You can see that it's concave. See that? How it's not flat at all. Now this is the side that we're flipping it to. Super flat, so make sure we're inserting it right back in like that. Your headers are gonna sit on that flat surface, no exhaust leaks. Alright, so now we have this mounted on. That's the bracket that they send you. Tighten as much as you can. You don't want any movement at all. Now, this is the one adjustment you're gonna have to make. This is our old mounting hole. That's our new one. So, and it has about maybe half an inch of space in the back. So I'm gonna see what I can find. If not, run to the store and I will give you guys exactly what I get and where I got it from. It's not gonna be expensive, you know, just a piece of metal, bolt down here, bolt up there, just some extra support. I mean, I have these hand tightened. Look, it's barely moving, barely moves. I'm moving the whole bike right now, and I have yet to even torque these down. All right, so you know how there was a big huge gap in between these two? I actually went to the hardware store, got a like 5-foot piece of holes that were 1.5 inches apart. Now it looks a little weird, but you know, all that's going to be covered by fairing, so I thought it won't matter. Just locking nutted both of them. This thing is not going anywhere. I mean, I'm shaking the whole bike just by shaking this exhaust. It's not going anywhere. It's a solid, won't vibrate, won't shake. Simple modifications like this, you know, I think I bought everything, including 2 nuts, 2 bolts for $19. Not bad at all. These, there's no specific torque spec, so just tighten them until, you know, it feels right. You don't want to over tighten them to where you can't get them out next time, but also, you know, close any gap here. Don't want to over tighten it. Then again, like this side, if you over tighten it, you're actually going to put too much tension on this right here. This one, the way this block is, this has to be pretty tight, and it bends this piece of metal. So I did a decent tight, not enough to stress it out and eventually break. But there we go. You can see how tight that is. Then each of those are going to be tight. Then remember, bring your radiator back up, put this bolt back in, and we are going to see how she sounds. Now, I do want to say, keep in mind that if your bike was tuned like mine, now it may either struggle at first or it may be fine depending on how your bike was tuned. Now, so like I said, whether your bike was tuned or not, it may sound funny at first. Sometimes the computer just needs to restart the bike, start it again, just to ensure that you are good to go, and then you may need to retune if it's pretty bad. All right, we just finished putting everything together. Everything fits really tight. Now you're gonna have to do modifications for this. I had to cut mine out. I had a Dremel and like a thick pair of scissors. To do that, I used these, started it, and then smoothed out the edges as best as I could. No one will tell from up top. It just looks like it's coming out the bike. Just don't overcut. So that, and then under here, these are gonna be kind of tight. These are gonna be tight. I'm just gonna ride it and see how the underside does. If it starts melting, you know, I may cut it back, but it's not terrible if it melts it.
Alright guys, how we doing? It is currently 7 a.m. in the morning. Next morning, as you know, yesterday we did that 1000 exhaust on my 04 600. It is extremely loud. Plan on taking you to school with me this morning. Little montage. Rev bombs in the tunnel on the way. Overall, hear how she's doing. Let's get this baby hooked up real quick. I am going to be switching angles depending on which one's better, either my GoPro, what you guys are on right now, or the Insta360, whatever angle fits best. We'll do about here. Alright, now I will not be starting her right next to the neighbor's house. Dan and Connie, those sweethearts. We will be starting it all the way over there. And hopefully this angle works out on my GoPro. I'll try to keep my head up as much as possible. Sometimes when I'm riding it just straight down like that. So I'll try to keep my head up. We'll scare these little kids this morning. Alright, let's do it. Walk her down here. Alright, ready? Look at that. Sorry, little girl. I won't red bomb it past her yet. It's amazing. I can hear it vibrating my whole body. Just going right through. The downshifts are so crisp too with it. What I'm hoping is with the titanium exhaust that over time, you know, with more miles, it'll actually sound a little better. It'll get tuned in once I start to heat it up a lot. Maybe it'll even change color. I don't want to overheat my bike, but I feel like It'll work the same way with any type of muffler you put on a car. You know, it takes a little bit to get tuned into your bike. Sounds better over time. Yeah, we are not going to be waiting at this stop sign, boys and girls. Way too long for me. Oh, this car is doing the same thing though. And he's not going to be able to get in. Oh, maybe he is. That means I'm going to. That is amazing. I do want to give a quick shout out to the boys over at Voodoo. The second man is named Jared. He is amazing. Me and him were on the phone for about 35 minutes just strictly talking about my bike. Just specifically this YouTube video actually, you know, how this is going to go down, how install is going to go. Gave me tips. Let me know what was going to work out, what wasn't. You know, getting me set, knowing all the possible problems going into the situation, you know. So if you guys have any questions relating to any sports bike, he will more than likely know that answer. If not, he can definitely help you get to where you need to go or what you need to do. This lady's already annoyed. She's pulling up. When I say it's obnoxious, I mean, for other people it is. For me, I love it already. But who cares about other people, right? At least they know I'm here. But once we turn onto this road, we'll roll some music and just cut it out at certain points. You'll probably hear the exhaust over the music still. Faster than me. bikers can. When we're all sitting on a red light, is it just me, or does just being on a bike just make you feel like you're better than everyone you're sitting next to, and you have all the attention? Especially when you got a new Rudy slip on. But besides that, I mean, all these guys, this guy's probably like, that's too damn loud for me, if you can even hear me. We got this Tesla over here, not even pulled up all the way, but I know their windows are cracked, so they hear me. And we got a Harley up there. We'll fly past him later. Give me about 2 minutes to catch up, not even. Just gotta wait for this light.
No reason. I mean, there's no one in front of you. Why are you hitting your brakes? Alright guys, we are coming to an end. Appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to be making more videos soon. I just need more content ideas, you know, because this exhaust worked out well. Plan on doing more install videos. I plan on getting into the motorcycle flipping business come next summer, this winter. So definitely be posting more mechanic videos there, more install videos on anything else. But if you guys have any ideas of anything you want to see, just comment below. And we will see you next time, alright?